David,
It was awesome
I want to hear.
poetry.
I want to hear from you because this
right.
reminds me of. There's a book out called "You Know Nothing of My Work," because it's that scene in about Marshall McLuhan, the scene in the Annie Hall where Woody Allen says, "I wish Marshall McLuhan was here because this guy is pontificating about him," and Marshall McLuhan himself shows up and says, "You know nothing about my work." This is the budget director for Ronald Reagan.
Right.
Okay, and here,
Who can say that to you?
Right.
You know nothing of his work.
Here's the truth. In 1980, we had $1 trillion worth of national debt. 30 years, the Republicans talked about spending cuts, kept cutting taxes, and 30 years later, with no spending cuts and a lot of tax cuts and a depleted revenue base, we got $14 trillion of national debt. Our debt has gone up 14 times, and our economy has only gone up 3 or 3.5 times. And a lot of that is due to the fact that when it comes to the war on spending that the Republicans are always talking about, that war was more conducted like the proverbial French army rifle. Never been fired and dropped only once.
Right, I mean, the phrase we always hear is starve the beast. If you starve the beast, in other words, if you deprive the federal government of money they can't spend, except they always do, because they can
but
print
they'd even spend
money.
more. They'd even spend more
They
if we had a
keep
tax
just
increase.
printing the money.
But if there were a big tax increase right now, they'd just spend another $1 trillion.
Let me bring up the one other thing I do not like about Ronald Reagan. He got shot and did not come out for gun control. I thought he missed a really good opportunity. It would have been very hard. We may not have had what we had this week if he had taken the opportunity. Who could oppose a bill at that moment when he was in a hospital bed with a